the Philippines over the next few months. The other areas which are delicate, to put it mildly, are essentially Mexico, up to Mexico, not quite close to Mexico City, and the Midwestern United States, but Texas, the western part of Texas, up through New Mexico and and Iowa, and into Canada. So those are spots I would look at for problem areas over the next few months. Also, Northern Ireland and England have a Mars line running through this, so this could have something to do with Brexit in the fall. That will not be an easy transition, just from what I've seen of the chart. And if I'm looking at other parts I want to look at just quickly, time and space change. All right, so Brazil, Guinea again, Central Europe, Italy, and Switzerland, Russia, India is having a big Saturn line running through it. So I think you're going to have some problems in India this year. There'll be population, there'll be constitutionally related problems, there'll be governmental problems. I'm hoping they don't have. Western India has been hit hard over the past year, and especially astrologically. And Japan looks like it's going to be hit a little bit hard, Japan through the Philippines. And again, we have not a lot of activity in the Pacific, but close to Hawaii. There's a Mars line close to Hawaii, so there may be some trouble out there. But the Midwestern United States is the Midwest part of the United States is in sort of a problem zone right now. So I'd be careful, not about traveling there, but about, I'd expect to see more gun violence, to be honest with you, in the United States, and certainly in parts of South America, and even in parts of the Middle East and Russia. So it's getting a little bit better. The overall world map is getting a little bit better. We don't have quite so many clusters of planets. We still have that cluster in Sagittarius of Saturn and Ketu, which won't go away for about another couple of months. And actually around the same time in October, Jupiter will enter Sagittarius, which should soften it. But again, I think one of the things I've always learned to watch out for when Jupiter and Saturn get together, especially with the node, is there's always some kind of a panic or some kind of a stock market incident. And I think we're seeing the first signs of that right now, and we'll probably see it in the fall. I would guess around late October. I don't think it's going to amount to very much, to be quite truthful with you, but it's going to seem like it's more of a big deal than it really is. The other thing is, for certain rising signs, and I only have a few minutes left, but for rising signs, I'll start with Aries, because I started off with Aries for my example. And again, let me know other topics you'd like me to cover, because Aridas are kind of a esoteric, non-general topic area. I got a request for that, and that's why I honored it. But I like to ease you into nakshatras and mahadashas and what they do in your lives, and also transits. So, getting back to the birth chart, getting back to the chart we have right now. We have a lot of planets in Leo. That's something also I've noticed essentially with stock market panics. They tend to, planets tend to cluster in a certain sign. So in May of 2000, there were a lot of planets clustered together in Taurus, I believe it was. The other thing, though, to keep in mind is right now, Geminis and Sagittarians are, at least from the birth charts, and those are the June 15th to July 15th, are going to have a really difficult time still over the next few months. It'll get a little bit easier after February. It'll get actually much easier after October when Jupiter enters Sagittarius. So it'll at least give people a way to move forward in terms of their professional life, their relationship life, their whatever decisions they have to make in the near future. But those two signs have been blocked effectively for the past 2 years. So you'll see some financial growth for Gemini this year. Definitely some career growth and fulfillment of ambitions, and definitely the ability to move or to relocate from the chart. The major emphasis for Cancer over the next next month, especially into September to October, will be on accumulation of wealth and money, financial growth and financial activity. So that sign has had a lot of expenses over the past couple of years, and they'll have a chance to move forward a little bit over the next few months. So that's from July 15th to August 15th. August 15th to September 15th is Leo. A lot of people with this sign are going to have a lot of light shown on them over the next few years. It's not a bad thing. They'll actually have a chance to progress occupationally, but they'll have a lot of pressure put on them. Virgo, that's between September 15th and October 15th. A lot of expenses, a lot of behind-the-scenes drama, what I like to call it, and even some success in foreign countries. There are good relationships for relationship opportunities for this sign, but they don't look solid. They look like they're a little bit intangible. So I wouldn't recommend that sign really do anything until around October in terms of trying to cement a relationship. Libra, October 15th to November 15th. That sign is going to have better luck overall, but they'll start to be a little bit less lucky come October, and definitely less lucky coming in February. And the main reason for that is because Saturn is going to aspect their fourth house. It's going to put a lot of pressure on them after February of next year. The other sign that follows that, Scorpio, that's November 15th to December 15th. Overall, a lucky year for them, a lucky few months for them up until December. They'll have more opportunities for growth and expansion, although money will still be a little bit tight until February. And there'll be sort of weird household expenses coming up, and also a lot of family squabbles, people being disappointed in their lives and not having a lot of direction. For Sagittarius, there'll be new openings for learning in October throughout the entire next year. They'll have new friendships, they'll have new people they can connect with, and there'll even be travel opportunities for the sign. And that's between December 15th and January 15th. January 15th through February 15th is Capricorn. That sign looks good for, again, it's going to be an expensive sign, but a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure on them next year, but also a lot of promotional opportunity for them in early February. It'll sort of like be building up to that over the next few months, but in early February in particular, they'll start to really get noticed and get pushed forward occupationally. For Aquarius, that's between January 15th and February 15th. That particular sign will have a lot of relationship opportunities, a lot of people interested in them. It'll be interesting because relationship will tend to be their big focus, and they'll also have a lot of people who are just like really, really interested in them. Between February 15th and March 15th, as Pisces. Pisces looks like it's going to have some problems with health, but career life will be good. Career life will be fruitful and happy, but health, again, the sign should watch out that it doesn't let itself get too run down. Aries, that's between April 15th and May 15th in the Vedic system. These folks will have A lot of focus on children. They'll have a lot of luck during the coming year. They'll have a lot of fulfillment of ambitions. It should be a good year for them. So starting in October all the way through next October. So I'm going to do a New Year's broadcast when we get closer to that. And for the last sign, Taurus, that'll be between May 15th and June 15th. That sign is going to have a lot of desire for money, a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, a lot of luck, but change of residence, a lot of change of residence, a lot of disruption in their domestic life. And you'll also see towards the end of the next year, people with Taurus rising. This will be towards the end of next year, though this is the right way. Taurus rising or Taurus sun and Scorpio sun will have a lot of challenges in relationships and some divorces. So that's it for this week. If you have any other topic areas, or if I didn't explain the Aruda calculation clearly enough, just let me know. I'm happy to go back over stuff. And that's it for me for this week. And I hope you have a blessed week. And namaste.